So today I want to introduce some of the basics to using Google Drive and Google Docs. So this is what your Google Drive homepage looks like. This one is blank because I just made it. It's from this page that you can create new folders, new Google Docs, or you can add folders and files that you have from your computer. If I want to create one straight on the website, I'm going to click on Create, and I can choose to make a folder. Asks me to name the folder. I'm going to name this one Recipes, and I'm going to create it, and now I have that folder in my drive, and so I can access that folder from any device when I log on to my drive. If I want to bring in a file that's already on my computer, I can just go to my computer and I can drag and drop that file in. And you can see it'll take a minute to load. Now that it's uploaded, I can choose to leave it there, or I can actually put it into my recipes folder. And I'll just upload this other picture. So now in my drive, I have my recipe folder and my pictures. Another thing you can do from this page is to share your folders or your files. So if you right-click on a folder or a file, it gives you these options, and when I go to share, it brings up this box. So this box gives me a link that I can copy and paste into an email and then send that email out to people, and as long as they follow the link, they will be able to see that file. It's important to remember, if you're going to share your files that way, that you need to change the privacy on them so that anyone with a link can access them. Otherwise, the people you email it to are going to follow that link and they're going to be told that they can't see it. You can also change what that access means. So you can allow people to comment on your files, and you can actually allow people to edit your files too. I'm just going to leave that as view, and I'm going to save it. If you're more concerned with the privacy of your file or document, there is a second way that you can share it without actually changing the access to anyone who has a link. So I'm going to go back up here and change this to share privately, so only people with permission can see it. Instead of sending out a link though, you actually go down here and you invite people specifically by entering their email addresses here. So I'm going to share it with my Hotmail account. And again, you have that option of choosing whether the person you're sharing it with can edit it, can comment on it, or can view it. So I'm going to let them edit it. And once you save and share, it'll send them an email notification, unless you uncheck it, that will say, Jude has invited you to look at this file. It also indicates here what has been shared and what has not been shared. So you, as the owner who created it and shared it, if you've changed your mind, you can go back in there and you can change your mind about what kind of access the people have that you have shared it with. Another great thing you can do with Google Drive is use it to create different types of files online. So when we go over here to create, it gives me the option to make a document, a presentation, a spreadsheet, a form, or a drawing. What's nice about the document, presentation, spreadsheets, and drawings is you can make them online and then download them to their Microsoft counterparts on your computer. So if I make a document, and I'm going to give it a name, I can go over here to File and Download As, and it gives me the option to download it as a Word document. The same goes for the presentations. You can download them as a PowerPoint, and as well as with the sheets, you can download them as an Excel sheet. The controls within them are very much the same, so I'm not going to go through all that. You can see the toolbar along the top very much resembles Word. If I go back to my drive, I now have Cricut Casserole stored in here. Another neat option that they have is to create a Google form. And so what a form is is kind of like creating a survey. If any of you use SurveyMonkey, similar to that. And so it gives you the space to write your question. And it gives you a choice of how you want the answer to be. So do you want to have multiple choice, in which case you can list the options that you want. You can have a text answer, you can have a paragraph text answer. You can make it a required question, so if someone has to fill in the form, it won't let them submit it without answering that question. You can have more than one question, so you would go down here to add item, and you can make a new question. Once you're done, you choose to send the form, and just like with the documents, it's going to give you a link that you can copy and paste into another email, or you can actually just add the people's emails here. So again, I'll add my email, and I hit send. What is going to happen now is it's going to choose your response destination, and all that means is it's going to create a spreadsheet on your drive that records any responses that someone give you through your form. And so I choose to create that. So now when I go to my drive, you can see that I have the form as well as the spreadsheet for the responses. So when I click on that, I see that I've gotten one response, and it also stamps it with the date and time. And so I can see what's been said, I can see my answers, and it'll track all of them as they come in. And the last thing I want to quickly show you with Google Drive is how you can actually collaborate in real time with someone else on one of the files that you've created. So you've probably noticed I've been posting a whole bunch of things about crickets and cricket recipes. This is the Google Drive that I created for testing out some of these things, and you'll see that it is registered to my lizard. So me and Jude are going to show you how that collaboration can actually work. So this is Jude working away on his MacBook. He's logged into his drive, and I am logged into my drive over here. He's going to create a document, and then he's going to share it with me. So he's creating his document Cricket Quiche, and he's going to say you need 8 eggs, 2 cups of milk, etc., etc. And he's going to choose to share it. And so again, when he goes down here to invite people, he's going to type in my address. He's going to share with me as an editor, and I'm going to save and share. Now we go over to my drive, and I can go to the shared with me portion of it, and I can see the Cricket Quiche document, which I'll click on and open. And so I can see that it's what he's been typing, but I can also see exactly where his cursor is. And I can also see where my cursor is. So both of us can type and interact at the same time, and it will show up real time. And so there he's started typing now. If we go back and take a look at Jude's screen, we can see where his cursor is, but we can also see where my cursor is going through, so I'm controlling it on the other computer. We also have this option for comments. If you don't actually want to write right on the document or the presentation that you're doing, you can comment and message each other over here. So I'm going to send a comment from my computer. And that comment is going to pop up over here on Jude's computer and say what I said. So you can really collaborate really, really well using Google Docs, and you can use it for all of the different options. So you can collaborate on presentations, on spreadsheets, on documents, even on drawings. So that's Google Drive and Google Docs in a nutshell.